What up? Coming to you live from the Wait for the Fame garage. So before we even get into this video, I just want to say a big shout out to everybody who tuned into the Honda Acty series. I don't really do this for like likes and views and stuff like that, but whenever I put my blood, sweat, and tears into any of these K projects, it feels good to get the views and the reassurance and let people know like, okay, people actually like watching this HiJet, this Alto, the Cappuccino, the Acty. You know, these cars aren't the most popular. I keep saying that over and over. If it was for views, I would just make videos on Civics, Miatas, G37s, and stuff that people really love to see. But for me, I love K cars, and I'm going to continue to make videos on these little K cars till they're as popular as the S15 and the Skyline and the Supra. And that's why, since being gone, there is two HiJets back here. And not only are they HiJets, but they're both climbers, they're both dump trucks, and they're both scissor lifts. So there's a lot of things happening right now. Shout out to Mendy Imports first and foremost. Shout out to Slater from JDM Hawaii. I can't tell you everything that's happening, but while the cars are still in my possession, and before we start wrenching and building on anything, let's just go over them. I'll tell you guys a small sample size of what's to come, let's just say that. But the K-Truck bug is definitely in me, so we will be doing more. Maybe with one of these HiJets, maybe with an Acty soon, maybe with a sandbar soon. I'm in the works of maybe getting one of those. But like I've been saying over and over, road to 30K. I think we're at 27 right now. Road to 30K, road to 100K before this year's over. We got the mirror walkthrough. That's going to be here in 2 weeks. Hopefully this car will be gone maybe this weekend, if not next. And speaking of the Alto, we're actually down to the last 55 slots. I'm going to give away a free slot in this video. I'm going to give away 2 free slots on Patreon. And I even added an additional car to this complete waffle. You guys remember that Mitsubishi Toppo I made a video on? Since then, he's added a roof rack, a awning. I think he got new tires. I believe he did some maintenance. He added a new radio. So we're actually going to include that car in all this plus $1,000. So you now can choose between the turbo all-wheel drive Suzuki Alto Works or that Mitsubishi Toppo BJ plus $1,000 or $4,000 cash. But you guys always know I love when the person takes one of the cars. So let's see if that accelerates the waffle. I believe David's actually going to drive here later today. He's going to leave the BJ for me to make, that's a crazy sentence. He's going to leave the car here for me to make a couple videos. We're going to learn more about the Toppo. Maybe I'll open it, do the whole canopy thing. Maybe I'll do some cool videos and pictures. And then we have 2 K-Trucks. We got the Cappuccino. A lot of things happening. Like I said, road to 100K. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for. So let's talk about these 2 HiJets. This one's a 1993 S83P, and then this one's a 1991. And looking at this thing in my backyard really brings me back to my first ever K-Truck. It was also a 4-speed. I didn't know at the time if I should get a 4 or 5-speed, and I wouldn't say I regret it, but seeing what I do now, I definitely don't think I'll ever own another 4-speed K-Truck. I guess we can start with this one first. So if you didn't know, the way to pop the engine is just to clip this off, pick that seat up, and then boom. It's kind of like a mid-engine. It isn't really under your seat like most people say. And then on this side, you can add some of the important stuff like the oil, the washer fluid. You can see the Daihatsu oil right there. The little jack, washer fluid. Pretty dusty. This thing needs a detail from Teggy. But interior-wise, it's pretty straightforward. Even exterior. Looks like every other HiJet, essentially. Until we start it and press some buttons. So, let's do that. 44,000 kilometers. I would say it was rolled over at least once. Starts right up, which is great. So now that the truck is on, I'm gonna switch this from lift to dump, just like that. And what we're gonna do is press this button to go up. Here's a look at everything underneath. Now let's bring it down. Now for the most impressive part, we're gonna open up the magical box. We're gonna pull this out. This actually clips onto here, but we'll be holding it in our hands, so we're just gonna grab this here. And what we have to do next is flip this over from dump to lift. So it's just like that. And now with the controller in hand, K-Truck behind us, let's flip this open and go up. Tell me this isn't every K-Truck's dream. Go to a drive-in movie theater, go hunting. I think at some point I'm gonna try to clean my gutters. I remember the first time I ever saw a scissor lift, I was like, what is the point of this? It isn't sturdy, doesn't really make sense, but to be honest, besides the things of like obviously cleaning your gutters and construction work and stuff like that, it is also a huge flex. I think it's even bigger flex than having a fire truck K-Truck, which is already very impressive compared to your standard ones. But you know what is even more impressive? Having two of them back to back. So let's talk about this 93 HiJet. Essentially the same car. This is gray, that's brown. They're both four-wheel drive, both diff lock, both dump, both carbureted. Let's start this one up. The front end is a little different, has a little like grill there. Exterior is a bit cleaner. Not as much rust. Both perfect candidates for Way for the Fame though. No wheels, no nothing. And you guys know I have a set of rims that will look good on one of these things. The bed could definitely use some paint if you know where I'm going. Maybe paint the whole car actually, treat it like the Minica. So both trucks essentially work the same exact way. This one has the dump, that one says lift, it's already on lift. So let's open the magic box, do the same thing, have them both in the air, press up. Imagine going to a car meet with two of these. Just imagine. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about what's happening soon. But just imagine. Like, just look at this. It's like the Alto doesn't even exist. It's almost like the Cappuccino doesn't exist. Like, I think this might be cooler. Look at this shot right here. Are you kidding me? Coming to you live from the Way Before the Fame garage, bruh. I think we all can agree that the fact that it's a scissor lift is very cool. There's really no denying that, but what really steals it for me is the fact that it's a scissor slash dump. Just by one little switch, it's almost like the Acty being two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. One little switch completely transforms the legs. So driving wise, there really isn't much to talk about. It's a 4-speed K-Truck, it's carbureted, tops out around like 80-90 kilometers. So I'm not gonna drive it in this video, but what I do want to do is drive it next to my house and see if I really could clean the gutters. I'm gonna wait till I get some more help to really do it, but for now, let's just drive it on the grass. I'm gonna try to park as close as possible, and let's see if we could actually put the K-Truck to work. I think right here is good. What's cool is with this, you can just flip it there, press up, and then just like that, head it up. This is so crazy. A couple feet off the ground later, I can indeed clean my gutters. Let me grab a bag. Let's clean this up. K-Truck put to work. Half a garbage bag and a quarter of the house done later. I also learned something else about the scissor lift. So sadly, this button is blank. But what I learned is, I guess if it's this way or that way, it doesn't really make a difference. But if I press up, it'll still go up. I don't even really necessarily need the controller. And then if you give it gas, of course, it kind of speeds up the process. Here's how I was looking just now. Talk about breaking necks. I had cars literally stop and talk to me. What a shot. I gotta do it. You guys know where I'm going. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is the thumbnail. This right here is what the people want to see. I've been out of the K-Truck scene for the last 2 years, and after getting that Acty, after having these two HiJets, maybe a Sandbar, maybe another Acty coming soon, I might have to give a break on the cars. Might do no cars for a while, just trucks, straight trucks, truck. Maybe 5 K-Truck builds back to back, because these things are so cool. And it's so easy to make them look nice. You guys saw what we did to the Acty in just a couple days. Just imagine what I could do in a month and some change. Maybe go the Moto Cheese route, supercharge one of these, get the seats completely reupholstered like I did to my Suzuki Carry. Add a radio, do the speakers, maybe add a sub somewhere, maybe add like a light bar there. Underglow, I like that this one says I love beer, but it has the wide mirror. Man, oh man. Let me put this one down. My cousin just got here too, which is pretty sick. Now we're just waiting for David to pull up with the Mitsubishi Toppo BJ. Here she is. Awning, roof basket, wheels.
Honestly, all it's missing is a filter intake and an exhaust.
We should put an intake on it. Add some more fun stuff to it before it's gone. I can see someone taking this because remember, it's this car plus $1,000. Or the Alto, which is 4-wheel drive turbo, don't get me wrong.
Just right there. Just like...
Yeah. Same thing like we did with the
yeah,
Alto.
with the Alto.
Yeah, we should.
And it would sound so nice.
Yeah. And remove all that plastic.
Yeah.
All your K-truck needs. Damn, it goes high.
Yeah, it goes super high.
Now let's talk about the free slot. All you need to do is guess a number between 8,000 and 10,000. So the number is behind the sticker. I'll show it in the next video. But to get a free slot on YouTube, you have to guess a number between 8,000 and 10,000. All my Patreon homies, head over there. I'm going to give away 2 slots on Patreon. Scoping out the next K project. Choosing between this HiJet, a 550 Acty. I told you guys I'm going to continue to build K-Trucks. This one doesn't have AC, but it's 4-wheel drive. Newer body. Has some troubling areas though. I want to at least have a nice frame. 4-wheel drive, 74,000 kilometers. Interior is actually pretty nice. Headliner could use some work. But yeah, no AC. This one's alright, right? But I mean, besides this.
You know, it's the same dash. Everything's the same.
Yeah, and the door cards are the same.
Yeah.
I guess we could find a crash. There's a lot of crash Acties. And we could just steal the whole interior. The cluster's different, that's about it. I wonder if this one you could also make 2-wheel drive.
Yeah, you can.
Oh yeah, you can, like the thing is right there. It'd be sick to do a 550 build. Here's it before the intake. It actually sounds really good already.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too big.
We need a reducer, yeah. But even that's too big. Wow.
Damn. If only, man.
If only.
If only. Just like that.
Just leave it. Just put like a little mesh like they do for the turbos.
Like put a little HKS pod.
Yeah.
It probably sounds better right now, honestly.
Let's see.
Sounds 1,000% better already.
Who needs a filter?
Gotta put at least a mesh over it.
Yeah. Open your hood and carbon fiber.
That thing sounded crazy. power chamber intakes, I love them. I love these little things, man. Once I go back to Japan, I'm telling you, I'm buying 50 of them. I don't care what car it goes to, I'm buying it. Just realized I never even made an outro, so let me end this video here. We got too caught up on the intake, which sadly, as you guys saw, didn't fit. So I ordered one on Amazon. That should be here on Saturday. And since posting this on my Instagram, there's actually only 45 slots to go. So stay tuned for some more content on this guy, and this guy, and this guy. And how could we forget these two guys? But thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys on the next one. Road to 30K. Peace out.
Remember the name. This is way before the fame.